All right, hey aristocrats. You guys know damn well by now that I'm doing this all in one take. So hey everybody. Hold on, let me turn off this heat. Yeah, because I want to make sure you can really fucking hear me. Anyways, my featured ASOS item of the week is this beautiful dress that I wore to a gala maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I can't remember, but if you look in my Instagram, you will see where the dress is, and it's ASOS, and it's fabulous. And here are some onesies that my ex and I got at a snow day in LA. He got the penguin, super fun. And I got an owl, which is super fun. But it came with Snow Day LA's package. Snow Day LA is like this thing where it's literally snowing outside in a part of the park. It's in Elysian Park in East LA. But it was super fun. You get to go tubing, and they should serve a little more alcohol there because there's only alcohol designated areas, but there's way too many children for how sober I was. But that, just keeping it real. Anyways, how is everybody? I hope you're having a happy holiday season. It is holiday season. I've got this, which one of my friends are getting that in a present. No peeking till Christmas, which is cute. I've also got some stuff wrapped already. I'm super excited about. But I should probably answer some questions. That's what you guys like me doing here, right? So oh, you know what? I just got nominated for a Los Angeles Blade LGBTQ Influencer Award. And I'm super happy about that. So thank you guys all for making this happen. Because it was you. Because if you found me, you probably saw me on Instagram first. That's where you're going to find me first. Because that's where I'm actually almost celeb status. Yeah, I call myself Gay-miss. That's famous in the gay world, not in mainstream society. So I'm Gay-miss, which means the LGBTQIA people of the world usually know who I am or what I do. If they don't, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I was on fucking Oxygen Network. No one watches that. I'm very aware. All right, pineapple juice. It's full of bromelain, which keeps you from swelling. And so I don't want to be puffy. I have a fitting tomorrow, so pineapple juice. That's what we're doing. You probably dilute it with water. I did not. Long day, guys. I've been shopping, wrapping Christmas presents, shopping for Christmas presents on a very tight budget because that check still has not come in that I discussed in the couple videos ago, if it wasn't the last one. What else? What else is going on? I found some fun wrapping paper. This is from the dollar store, guys. Look how classy this is. Okay, tell me that's not Ralph Lauren. All the fashion people are saying that's not Ralph Lauren, but wasn't that a fun journey? Okay, so let's answer some questions. Oh, but I'll have the link to my nomination for the Influencer Award below. So please click the link and vote for me. I would love to win. That'd be so neat. I'm never nominated for anything or like recognized in this effing community. I swear to God. Like, I haven't been invited to the GLAAD Awards. I'm never invited to, last year I got invited to the Queer Teas for the first time. I've lived here for 5 years. I've been in this industry for 5 years in LA. And I was invited to the Wowies once, like 3 years ago. I've never been invited back. Like, I'm just like, Jesus, what's a girl got to do to get invited to things? I think I'm pretty prevalent in the community. I still host Pride, for Christ's sake. I host Pride, I host Grinder videos, I'm the face of Truvada for Prep, and that is not enough to get an invite to an award show that is LGBTQIA centered, which is really, really fascinating. Isn't that fascinating? I'm like, oh, okay, you guys have a bunch of people I've never heard of before, but you see me every time you pop a pill, sweetie. Truvada for Prep. Truvada for Prep. Let's not forget who the face is, bitch. Anyway, let's see. What do people want to know? Sorry, hold on. This thing is glitchy because this is my old phone. I'm recording you on my new phone. You're probably wondering why the hell she has two phones. Because my old phone does not work. Lots of issues with this phone. So it's gonna black out any second now. So I have to kind of memorize these. Okay, someone asked how to be a successful model. Okay, to be a successful model, I'm gonna try and hurry up because it's gonna bore some of you who are here for my personality. I'm gonna turn this light up because, God, I feel like I'm farther away today. Okay, that's a little better. Yay, come on, ring light. Okay, so how to be a successful model. To be a successful model, you have to listen to your agents. I know it sucks, so if they tell you to change your hair, you have to change your hair. If they tell you to lose weight, you gotta lose weight. You tell you to gain weight, you gotta gain weight. You gotta Listen to your agents. They know what the people want because they're hearing it directly from casting directors what these people want. And so they're going to try and deliver what they want. And if they can, they're going to make some money doing it. And so my key to success personally is because that I've made it this far is because I love this job. I love this. A lot of people want to be models just to be like pretty and say that they're pretty and they're a model. I feel like maybe it started out a little bit like that when I did start, but it turns out I'm much more interested in the art behind it. I really love seeing myself through a photographer's perspective and even other artists' perspective, because you're going to work with different hairstylists, makeup artists, clothing stylists, designers. And if you really appreciate the art that goes into it, I think you will absolutely love this job and you won't go anywhere. You will evolve in this job. Like I have evolved to television, which is just another form of modeling. Modeling is just acting, but you stand still. So I have to become whoever I have to be in these clothes. Like if you see me in that dress on Instagram, I'm someone else. I'm not this girl at home drinking pineapple juice on a cold night, just turning her heat off for y'all so the sound is clearer. Me in that dress is a debutante at a gala. I have to be someone else. You have to sell someone else. And so on brand for me is the model. Like I'm like, okay, I have to look like a model because that's what people expect and that's what people are usually buying from me. They want a model. And so yeah, if you want to be a great model, make sure that's what you want to do. If you can do anything else, do that, because this is not fun or easy all of the time. It's very much a job. It's a career. This is a job. You have to, everyone asks what your diet is. Honey, your diet is 24/7. My diet, I have a beach body year round, and that is not a brag. I have to be ready to shoot tomorrow. So, you just have to be, you literally stay ready. Like you have your off seasons, but you better have your savings lined up, because in your off seasons, like that means you're gonna have off jobs. Like it's not gonna be as steady. So you have to really, really want to do this because it's going to try to kill you. That's all. Okay, let's get to the next question. Before this thing blacks out. I think no. If you could be doing anything else, what would you be doing? Oh, that's quite on brand with this. I do stand-up comedy now. I guess I would be a stand-up comedian, but I can't see myself not doing anything not in entertainment, because I really like being in front of the camera. I like talking to people. I like talking. Clearly, all I do is talk through these videos. Just talk, 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 talk. I can talk all day. It's my favorite thing to do. I love to hear myself motherfucking talk, but I also love to listen. So I will start having guests on my show. Let me know who you'd like to see, and I can ask them to be on. But make sure I know who they are. Please don't ask me to bring on these YouTube stars that I've never, ever heard of, that I'm never gonna have heard of, because look, I got like 130 subscribers as of yesterday. Okay. You gotta give me a break, kids. You gotta give me a real fucking break. I did want to talk about just what did I want to? I want to talk about something in Hollywood, but I want to talk about the lack of imagination a lot of casting directors have, because the last like four projects I've had to go read for, you have to go, and it's always been like this for them, because it's just so different than modeling. In modeling, you go barefaced with your hair pulled back. So no makeup, such as this look right here. This is literally no makeup on my face. Like I don't even have mascara on, which you can totally fucking tell. So no makeup, hair pulled back. Like this is what a model looks like. Like if I'm walking down the streets of New York, I look like a model. Versus in LA, they want you to come camera ready. Even for modeling stuff, you have to be camera ready, because they're going to shoot you right there and now, and they're going to record. And you just have to be ready for that. And so, anyway, I just think that a lot of casting directors lack a lot of imagination. And this is me. I'm not trying to come for y'all, but I'm saying, like, if the person's the person, you shouldn't have to see them in full garb. Like, in my modeling career, they literally transform you into whatever they want. They will have me looking like Ziggy Stardust or J-Lo, like just two opposite ends of the spectrum. But they just want to see, can you move? Can you do the basic stuff that they need you to do? Can you fit the clothes? Does it go with the color story? Does it go with the lookbook story? Um, and so maybe I just understand fashion better, you know, but like all these acting things I have to do. They're like, all right, so come in a ball gown and yeah, we just need you for 4 seconds. And it's like an hour out the way. I'm like, "Uh, I'm bringing my own ball gown. You can't imagine what I look like in a ball gown? Okay. Um, okay. Okay. I guess, okay. Like, that isn't this your job to use your imagination to find the best person? Because I should be able to deliver lines or deliver an action, and you should see if I'm the person you want. It shouldn't have to be this full blown uh, I'm kind of doing your job for you moment. And that's all I wanted to get out of that. So let's see what other questions I have. Come on, guys. Come on, girls. Oh, I went on. I know I'm all like just reading. I went on a podcast, Your Nonsense. Follow at Your Nonsense on Instagram. He's wonderful. Um, it's a sex therapist. He's a sex therapist. It's a the account is sex and relationship therapist. I'm sure he probably does therapy for a lot of other things, but he's absolutely amazing, and he really reached places, uh, pun not intended, but he reached places for me to talk about my sexuality that I'd never talked about publicly before, that I think it would be more helpful if trans people shared, because a lot of people don't understand us or what we're about, or understand that we're actually real people. And I think a lot of it is because maybe we're so shrouded in secrecy. And I think that all of us are entitled to our privacy. Our parts are our private parts, just as well as any cis hetero person's parts are their private parts. Um, and definitely just our business. Our sex lives are just our business. We don't owe you guys anything. But I felt the need to share, just because I never heard a trans woman talk about her sex life very openly, in a way where they talked about genitals, in a way where they talked about just sexual experiences or lack thereof, or the relationship talk, like we talked about my relationship experience, or lack thereof. And it really got me thinking about how I'd never heard this said out of another trans woman's mouth, how we just don't talk about these things. And I know Angelica Ross had a really great special with OWN Network, where she talked about some relationship stuff, but you know, it's for TV, so you can't go too far into the sexual content that is on our relationship. So it was really fascinating what she said, but what I shared is a little more in depth, in the sense that it gets very personal, and I'd never said anything like this before, and you guys are gonna know a lot more about me. And I'm not embarrassed per se. I don't think sex is my brand. I've never really tried to sell sex. Like, I have a really hard time finding myself sexy. I think it's a weird act to put on for me, and I always feel so goofy, and I always make a big joke out of it. So I just feel like, I don't know, sharing that part of me is going to be really interesting for all of you, because it was interesting for me to even say out loud, because I just don't um I don't know, I didn't realize how uncomfortable I was talking about it until I had to just make myself comfortable with it. So I hope you guys like it. I think it comes out in January. The Slay Model competition is coming out soon. I think February 15th at One Century City. That's a beautiful building, and they are building the runways as we speak. And I am hosting the finale, which I'm super excited about, because I love to work. Um, and I'm super excited. I don't know what kind of girls we're gonna see. I think it's just women for this one, but I think next year, like if it goes well, they'll have boys and girls in the modeling competition. So, but please do not inbox me trying to get the in on like getting voted for, girl. I am not part of that. I'm getting paid to hold a mic and walk across the stage and introduce you hoes. I'm not one of the judges. I am not. No. I got a drink break. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, you know what? Little Women is coming out, and they sent me a package before sending me to the screening. I'm not going to the premiere. I'm not famous like that. But they gave me a cute little thingy. It's a bookmark. There we go. And they gave me the book, and they gave me some lavender, and they gave me a shirt with their names on it. And I don't know anything about Little Women, so hopefully it's a good movie. I like Emma Watson, but that's where I'm going to lead you to. J.K. Rowling said some transphobic shit recently, but she's been kind of a TERF for a while. Like she's been following TERF pages. A TERF is non-inclusionary radical feminist or something. I can't fucking remember what they're called. I just know they're stupid bitches. They basically see women as walking uteruses, and so they don't. It's really sad the value they put on their own sex because it's a strange situation. But I'll get into that later. But I will say, J.K. Rowling. Someone asked me how I felt about that because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I'm a Slytherin, true and true. Ronnie just got me some Slytherin socks. They're in the next room. They're like some slippers. They're so cute. But my opinion on her and whether we should still support the franchise, my support for the franchise left when the movies got shitty. I'm sorry, the Fantastic Beasts was garbage. I tried to watch that twice and fell fucking asleep. I was bored out of my goddamn mind. Something Scrimger or whatever. The guy that's Eddie Redmayne's playing, he was just not likable. He had no redeeming qualities as like a star. Like I just felt like, why are we watching this loser with all these animals that are just kind of side characters so they can sell merchandise in the store? I'm not dumb. And half the animals, like they weren't even the cool animals you read about in the book. Like I'm like, is that a fucking echidna that steals coins? It's just an echidna. Like that's a regular fucking animal. It's not very interesting when their imagination's gone completely out of the window. Like I'm kind of like, what the fuck is this about? What the fuck are these books about? Like what are these movies about? And I honestly, I don't need huge stars in my Harry Potter movies. The biggest stars I needed were like Maggie Smith, Professor McGonagall, Dolores Umbridge's character, Sirius Black. People are gonna hate me for not remembering the name of that actor right now, but he's a huge fucking actor. That's as big as I needed the actors to be. Like when the main character are these like A-list actors like Eddie Redmayne and Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller, I don't know if he was too big before it, but he was big enough. But I mean, like when it's that big. Oh, and then also like Colin Farrell, who I've always had a huge crush on. It's just it kind of takes you out of the story. Oh, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp absolutely takes me out of the story because this was Harry Potter. It was the Harry Potter franchise. Now I'm thinking, is this Harry Potter produced by Tim Burton? Because Johnny Depp never goes too far from Tim Burton. So I'm just a little confused here. It's not very on brand. It's not what we went to Hogwarts for. It's not what we went into the franchise for because it's the whole Harry Potter experience is fantasy. It's an escape. And so when I feel like I'm watching a Hollywood movie, I'm a little bored because you've broken the fourth wall. I'm like, oh, it's Eddie Redmayne. Oh, it's Colin Farrell. These are no longer the characters I read about since I was, 10 years old? Because I'm old as hell, y'all. So when like I was Harry's age when the books came out. Like that's how like it's like he's 11. I was like I'm 11, and it had just come out. So that's yeah. Count down the years, sweetie. So but it just takes me out of the story, and I think it takes a lot of people out of the story because the movies aren't doing that great. I don't know why they keep making more. They're fucking trash. Nothing is happening. There's so much unexplained shit. Like they do magic publicly all the time, and they don't obliviate anyone's minds. It's such trash now. I'm like. So everyone saw that black gorgeous veil go over the whole building and No one cared? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's like the Roaring Twenties, and no one cared. Okay, got it. Whatever. I don't. Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. We're just no magical rules in the past. Noted. Um. Yeah. So fuck J.K. Rowling. She's a stupid fucking bitch, and she's just a crazy old white lady now. That's what happens when you get too much money, y'all. You start to lose your mind because you lose your grip on reality, and so your acceptance for people who are different or different than you, or even just try to educate yourself on someone you might not know a lot about. Um, like, I don't know anything about Aborigine people, but I'm not going to denounce their existence. Like, oh, they're not real. No, they're just black people in Australia. No, they're a whole different people. Like, they're, we're all one human race, but I mean, I'm not going to erase anybody and their identity or their culture because I just don't agree with it. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. It shouldn't be a thing for anyone. So the fact that you're saying man is man, woman is woman, you're completely leaving out intersex people. Intersex people make up a third of the world population, and that is, or 3% of the world population, not a third. Or unless that means a third. I don't know. I'm not paid to think. Remember that. And I'm going to wrap this video because she's too long. But I will say the intersex population is there's as many intersex people in the world as there are redheads, and I want you to really think about that. How many redheads do you know? We all know all the Weasleys from hello Harry Potter, so bitch, you can't imagine a whole family full of trans people or intersex people. It makes sense to me. There are not just two fucking genders, and that's just it, people. There aren't two genders, otherwise this would be a lot easier to explain to people. um and I don't care to, by the way. But I'm saying she is not as smart as you're putting her on a pedestal to be. I think she's a great writer. She's a great storyteller. She makes a great image. But a scientist, she is not. Fuck that bitch. And on that note, yeah, I will keep being a Harry Potter fan. Not the new movies because they're trash. Like, I can't get through them. They're painful. Um, Painful to get through is what I call the new movies. But I'm not going to give her any more money of mine. But I'm not going to burn my books. Hello, she's cashed those checks. Who cares? And they're still excellent books. I think they're wonderful books that teach great stories about morals and togetherness and friendship and yeah, reaching your goals and shit. And just it's just a beautiful fantasy that takes you out of this crazy world we live in. And so for her to just add into the crazy world we live in, she sounds like a fucking Nazi. Yeah, so fuck J.K. Rowling. Um, I guess that's the end of my video because it's about 22 minutes in, and yeah, I have to get off this motherfucking phone. But it was nice to talk to you guys. Please subscribe to my page and click on the link below to vote for me for LGBTQI influencer for the Blade LA. Thanks. Yeah, Aristocrat over and out. Love y'all. Mwah. Also, comment below. I love comments. Hello. And ask more questions in there. Jeez.